Long time ago, there lived a boy named David. David, please introduce yourself to us.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm a shepherd. I really love sheep. Here's my favorite one. His name is Davis.
David was an ordinary boy who took care of his father's sheep at Bethlehem and also played the harp for King Saul, who was struggling with evil. The king loved David's musical talents. One day, there was a war happening between the Israelites and the Philistines. During the preparation for the war, the Philistines occupied one hill and the Israelites the other with a valley between them. This valley was called the Valley of Elah. A champion named Goliath came out of the Philistine camp and terrified all the Israelites with his threats. Even King Saul, with his tall height, toned muscles, and his heavy armors, was scared.
Choose a man and have him come to me. If he is able to fight and defeat me, we will become your slaves. But if I defeat him, you will become our slaves. Ha 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 ha.
For 40 days, the Philistines attacked every day and took their stand. Now, back to our shepherd David. He was asked by his father Jesse to do him a favor.
David, bring these roasted grains, 10 loaves of bread, and 10 pieces of cheese for your 3 brothers who are at war against the Philistines. And see how your brothers are. They are in the valley of Elah.
Yes, father.
As David's father instructed him, David went to the valley of Elah and delivered the food to the keeper of supplies and ran to the battle lines to greet his brothers. As he was talking to his brothers, Goliath stepped out from the front lines and shouted his usual threats. When David heard this, he asked the men standing near him,
Excuse me, what will be done for the man who kills him? The king will give great wealth to the man who kills him. He will also give his daughter in marriage.
David's oldest brother had heard him speaking with the men and got really angry. He shouted at David,
Why have you come down here? And whom did you leave those few sheep in the desert with? I know how conceited you are and wicked your heart is. You only came down to watch the battle. But what have I done wrong? Can't I even speak?
David continued to talk with the soldiers, and soon what he was saying was overheard and reported to the king. So King Saul called David down to his tent.
You aren't able to fight Goliath. You are only a little boy, and Goliath has been fighting men ever since he was young.
It's okay. I have been keeping my father's sheep since I was a little boy. And whenever a lion or a bear or a wolf came and tried to carry off my sheep, I went after that dirty animal, hit it right in the face, and rescued my sheep from all danger. I have defeated the lion, the wolf, and the bear. Do you want to know my secret? It was the Lord who helped me defeat all those dirty animals. And the Lord will definitely help me defeat Goliath.
King Saul paused and thought for a moment.
Go, my boy, for the Lord will be with you.
King Saul then gave permission for David to fight against Goliath. He gave David his own armor, helmet, and sword. But when David tried on the armor, he said,
What is this stuff? I can't go in these. I'm not used to things like this.
David then took up the armor and picked up his staff. He also chose 5 smooth stones from the stream and put them in his pouch. With his sling in his hand, he said,
This is all I need.
David then approached the Philistines where Goliath was. They stood face to face on opposing hills. Goliath looked at David and cursed him by his gods. Immediately, David replied,
You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defiled.
Oh, is that so, young man? Ha 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 ha. Well, try your best. Come and get me.
The battle started and David and Goliath ran towards each other. As they were running, David reached into his pouch and took out a stone. He slung it and struck Goliath right on his forehead. As the stone sunk into his forehead, he fell face down on the ground. KO!
Ding, 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 ding.
The battle ended, and David gave all the glory to the Lord. He then lived happily ever after with the king's daughter. The end.